My name is LaTanya Robinson, and I'm the Art Education Director for Joe's Movement Emporium. And Joe's Movement Emporium is a facility that just promotes movement in the community of Mount Rainier, Maryland. And somehow, some way, the University of Maryland heard of us. I believe it was through a volunteer opportunity whereby they came in and they cleaned our facility, and we told them a lot about the program, and they thought, wow, we want to come back. And so as a spinoff from that venture or that meeting, they stopped by. We talked about what could possibly come out of the students coming over, and so we decided that a series of art classes would be enriching for the children in our program, for the after-school students that are elementary school age 4 to 12. And so I was being sent emails on a regular basis, given an outline of what would be taught to the students. They brought in their own supplies, and to me that was just really organized, because I don't even think as a college student I was that organized, but it's been really a motivator also for my young staff that volunteer, who are not yet in college or just beginning the college experience. And so they're looking at these students and thinking about ways they could help impact the lives of young children, and you know, it's just a good motivator for them. Then for the young people that are in our program, I think seeing students in college, for some of them who have never had family members to go to college, it's sort of planting a seed in their minds that, wow, this is what students in college do. They go, they learn, and they come back and they share. And this is something that I might want to do when I grow up, because my son, who is now 9, wants to go to the University of Maryland. And so I just really am appreciative of all that the students have done. I appreciate their dedication. They're consistent. They constantly show up. They're on time. And it's just very impressive what they do at our program, and I'm thankful. Thank you.
What we're going to be doing today, actually, is we're going to be making a model of him, which you guys can take home with you and keep him as like a little memoir. We're going to have a 2-step kind of process. The first process is we're going to make the body, and we're going to give everyone one of these little brown clay packs. And after we pass them out, we're going to show you how to mold the body. Alright? And then, nice. And then the second part, we'll show you guys how to make the shell and the eyes and the little head.
And when you guys are done,
there you go. And then use your thumb and fingers to curve it a little bit. See how the shell like sits like that? So basically what we do at Joe's is we come every Friday, and we lead arts classes for the students. We have 2 different classes that we run. The first class is with students who range from ages 8 to 10. And then we have a second class that ranges from students from 12 to 13 years of age. And our scholar students basically tailor each class to the youth, the age group that we work with. And then basically we come in on, like I said, every Friday. And the Joe's Movement Emporium used to have a Friday arts teacher that used to come in. So we came in and filled the void that they had. And we provide them with basically what this art teacher would do, which is just teach them about how to model clay, how to work with oil paints, how to do origami. I know, like last week, we worked with puppets, and we also did African drums. So it's a whole range of activities we do with the kids. Each student is also in charge of developing their lesson plan. So a couple weeks before, they approach me with an idea that they have, and then I kind of have them flesh it out and kind of do some research on what they want to do. For instance, this activity we have going on, working with clay, the students that are doing this had to research the origins of clay, like what cultures use clay and how they use it for different activities and things like that. And they kind of relate that to the students. And then after that, we kind of they do a step-by-step process with the students of kind of how to make our clay figures today, and we just make it very interactive and also fun for the students. That's for the Joe's kids. And on the flip side, for the scholar students, they get the chance to lead a class and to learn how to develop a lesson plan and also how to interact with younger children. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of kind of self-confidence to be able to do that.
We've been working with Joe's for a couple months, and we've definitely seen a big change with the kids. In the beginning, they were a little reserved and everything. Of course, like, we're brand new people coming in, and new teachers, different people that they've been used to. Over the time, though, I did notice a change in just their attitude with the activities and stuff. We try to make it really hands-on and try to get them really involved in everything. The main change I seen was just the level of excitement they had after every week. For example, like 2 weeks ago, one of the kids came in and he saw us and he was like, "Hey, I love Fridays." So it kind of showed that they were looking forward to coming here instead of it being something like a school that they go to every day and something very routine. We made it something something different every day for them to do. So seeing that reaction, they were really happy. Today when they walked in, actually, it was our last day, so we've been here for a while. And they saw the clay, you could see them getting really excited. And of course, they started talking to their friends. And today was kind of like the point of all this was kind of, let them know that there's stuff beyond middle school, elementary school, high school, which is why we did the testudo models today. It was our last week. We wanted them to have something, to remember Maryland by, just, remember college by. And if they have a testudo with them, little things, so they look back onto it and, all these memories are going to come back for them when they see testudo, and they're going to think of Maryland. And of course, hopefully they'll want to go to Maryland or some other college. Because most of these kids, again, are first generation. Hopefully will be first generation, like college students. So we're just, trying to like plant a seed.
Well, working for Joe's Movement Emporium with service learning and scholars has been so great for me. In high school, I was really big on volunteering and working with kids. It was my #1 thing to do, so having that opportunity in college has been so great, and I'm so grateful to have that. And it's really beneficial to see the kids and how they respond to our help there and to our projects. You can just see the creativity flowing out of them. I mean, just today we made testudos, and they made ninja testudos and like little sword fighting testudos. I mean, some had mohawks. So much creativity, and it's really great to see that, and that they can just come to us and ask for help. So that's really great to see.
So working at Joe's was absolutely brilliant. Like, working with these kids, they know what they want to do with the materials we give them. They'll listen, they're behaved and everything, but then they take what we give them and they'll go wild with it. They'll just use their imaginations, and it's great to see, because that's really something that I think, kids need, and that's the impact that I think we've had when we've been working with them. We'll just give them something, and they'll go crazy with it. They'll start playing with their friends and stuff, and they'll just create all these little worlds out of these materials that we give them. And then we see them next week, and we see them talking about the same stuff, just having a blast. And I think that it's going to really help them in the future whether it's social interactions, knowing how to take materials and use their imagination and make new things out of them, or just learning how to enjoy the arts.
I really enjoyed the semester working at Joe's. I've done a bunch of volunteer stuff with kids before, and this was great. I'm interested in working with kids and doing art, so this was really perfect for me. It was great to just see the kids really engage in the project. It was really nice to be able to kind of understand the different levels and adapt the different levels to the different age groups. The younger kids, had a certain level of it, and it was good to see and kind of learn about how to help them, at their different levels. And some were more advanced and some needed some more help, so kind of guide them how they needed it and see them get it, which was really cool. Some of them felt like they needed more help, and then when they got it, it's awesome. And the older kids, just seeing their creativity. I mean, all of them brought creativity, but the older kids especially had a different kind of, they would just kind of do their own thing with it. And it was really cool to see them take the project that we had done with, one group already and kind of just like put their own spin on it. So it was really fun for me to get to kind of learn from them and see all the different ways that they could do it and stuff that they would take from it. And I really enjoyed it. It's always fun just kind of like getting to know the kids and seeing how you can help them. And so I loved it. It was great.